Shit.
Shit. Shit.
Alright then guys, and welcome to the first of the Friday night tool review. Coming up.
Oh, shit! Shit on it! Shit on it!
Alright then guys, and in this first episode, it's not strictly a tool review, it's actually a supplier review. We decided to kick the whole new segment off that we look at who we decided to go to for all of our panels, basically our one-stop shop for all of our Morris Minor parts. Right back in the beginning, when we first got Mildred, as she's now named, we didn't know anything about Morris Minors, so we joined a lot of local groups, a lot of Facebook groups. I'll put links in the descriptions to a couple. I'll put a link in the description to the Isle of Wight based one. There's one main one which everybody goes on, the Morris Minor Owners Club, so I'll put a link to that group in the description.
Shit on it!
There seems to be some pretty harsh turf wars when it comes to who is the best for panels and parts. And there's three names which basically crop up every time someone on one of these groups asks the question, I need to buy some panels, who do I get them from? This isn't us slagging anyone off, this isn't us saying these are the best, you should go with them, discount the others. This is simply what happened with us and our journey and how we decided to go with who we went with. So to start off with, there's three main companies I think. You're looking at Charles Ware's Morris Minor Centre, you're looking at Andrew Eggleton's Morris Minor Centre, and you're looking at ESM Morris Minor Centre. We contacted all three of these companies when we were first trying to put a quote together, figure out exactly what panels, what parts we needed, and what our initial order was going to be.
Shit! Shit on it!
So the first people I contacted were actually Charles Ware, and I can't remember, I think I sent an email saying that these were roughly the sort of panels we were looking for. We were on the Isle of Wight, so we were going to need delivery. You know, what were your thoughts? And a chap called Richard, I think his name was, got back to us and basically said that it would be a good idea to speak to him via the phone and figure out exactly what we needed and take it from there. So big shout out to Richard at Charles Ware. His knowledge was amazing. Absolutely fantastic. We had a long list of panels which we thought we needed, and he was able to go through those with us and figure out what he thought we could do with, what we could do without, maybe add a couple more. An example of that were the floor pans. Now we knew we wanted full half floor pans, and we were going to get the ones with the inner sill step pre-welded to that, so it was a whole floor pan with the inner sill step. Now Richard advised us that he said what they do in their workshop is the guys who are in there doing the repairs find it easier to have the floor pan separate to the inner sill step. It gives more room for manoeuvrability, and it just makes things a lot easier to work out when you're putting it back together. So that was a great piece of advice, and that was what we were looking for. At the same time as I was speaking with Charles Ware, I'd also contacted ESM by email and asked them if they would be prepared to do a similar sort of thing, have a chat with us, figure out what we needed. Just as a bit of a disclaimer so you know what's what, when we were contacting people, it was currently in the COVID lockdown, so lots of people were in self-isolation. A lot of these companies were really struggling with the situation. With all three of these companies, they were all struggling a bit with, you know, whatever those businesses were struggling with. And someone did get back to me and say, look Pete, we'd love to go over things with you, but we're really busy at the moment. I think the managing director was in self-isolation, so they were working on like a skeleton crew, get parts out of the workshop. What we had to do with ESM is we actually went online and we had to create a shopping basket with all the panels we thought we needed. There wasn't as much of a conversation in the beginning with ESM, but that changed later on. Again, whilst this was happening, the three names which came up in the comments in the groups, the other one, Andrew Eggleton, I never remember the second name.
Oh, you bleeding idiot! Oh, shit on it!
we contacted them as well. Now, unfortunately, a lot of people say with Andrew Eggleton's panels, you know, they're made in Britain, superior quality, they fit really well. I think Charles Ware and ESM, their panels are made in Sri Lanka, but hey ho. I emailed Andrew Eggleton, I think 3 times. I had a reply back saying that they were busy because of the COVID situation, and that someone would get back to me with a quote. I also called them, spoke to someone, they apologised for not getting back to me and said that someone would call back with a quote. No one ever did. Like I say, I'm not bad-mouthing anyone. It's crazy times out there, and as a self-employed person myself, I know how difficult it's been. Not judging them whatsoever, but they didn't get back to us. So Andrew Eggleton, we didn't order from. Now, order-wise, you know, it's quite a substantial order. The order in the end came to, £2,300 worth of panels. What happened was, after I'd initially spoken to Richard at Charles Ware, he was fantastic, like I say. When we tweaked the quote, we added a few panels, took a few panels off, sorted things out. I then contacted him to say, okay, let's get this moving, we'd like to make an order with you. He didn't get back to us, so I had to ring. I rang 3 times and left messages, and he didn't get back to us. And while this was happening, I was in discussions with ESM. I put an order together, a quote together. The price had come in a lot cheaper as well. I can't remember roughly, but it basically, the price had come in so much cheaper with ESM that we were able to buy a couple of extra bits. One of those bits being the Grumpy disc brake kit, which was about 390 quid, but because their order had come in so much cheaper, we were able to purchase that now, rather than wait till the end of the build, when we're probably a bit more strapped for cash, thinking, and I really wanted to get the disc brake kit. Shit on it! In the end, we went with ESM. Now, their website was really easy to use. They apply the discount there and then, so you can see if you spend X amount you get this discount, X amount you get this discount, so it's really easy to follow. In the end, we had 7 packages which were delivered to us here on the Isle of Wight, and I think we paid £17.90 plus £3.58 VAT for the parcels, so absolutely nothing on delivery, so really happy with that. I hate having to pay delivery. With all of our Amazon purchases, I always go with free delivery, even if they've factored the price in to the cost of the product. I don't like paying delivery. So ESM were really helpful. I spoke to a guy called Doug, I think off the top of my head. Doug, really helpful. We went through a few things, the studs, thrust washers, also the gasket kits, which gasket kits to get. Since we've made this order, we just made yesterday another order. We're looking at piston rings and bearings for the pistons, etc. So really helpful, fantastic price, free delivery on this order. So our choice has been ESM. Now, like I say, in all the comments, everyone's different, they've all had different experiences, not bad-mouthing anyone. I'm sure they're all really good suppliers of Morris parts, but we've gone with ESM, Morris Minors, and we are probably going to stick with them. They are the one-stop shop for everything Morris Minor. There's nothing you can't get. The website's easy to use. The delivery parcel came, I think it was within a week. It was really quick, and as I say, we're on the Isle of Wight. Shit on it! Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Really hope you enjoyed this first Friday night tool review, supplier review. If you like what we're doing here at Project Mildred, please think about clicking a thumbs up, leaving a comment, and think about subscribing. We've also just set up our new Patreon page where we're going to be showing exclusive content. So if you want to help out with the actual physical nuts and bolts of this project, go and check out our Patreon page. Thanks a lot, guys. We've been Project Mildred. We'll see you next time.